coming onto the Queensway dual carriageway, and which is also known as the A442, and that is the alternative to Telford Centre, Whitchurch, and also to Telford Central Railway Station. So there is Stafford Park, just right there. Hi there everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures YouTube channel. And we are doing the service 114 from Telford to Bridgnorth. Now, as you probably know, we are doing this virtual, half of it virtual, due to the ongoing situation. But however, just don't worry about the ongoing situation, just always think about this YouTube channel, and we need to keep up going. I know we dropped one subscriber, which is to 674, but don't worry, we will build that back up as soon as we can, and I'll try and do my very best to make sure this YouTube channel is maintained in a safe and environmentally friendly way. So we are doing the service 114 from Telford to Bridgnorth, operated by Arriva Midlands, and this is operated by the Telford depot. Previously it used to be operated by the Shrewsbury depot, and when this was operated by the Shrewsbury depot, the main fleet was Optare Solos, and occasionally they have used Optare Versas, but normally it's been the Solos due to the fact that the 114 route goes down a lot of narrow lanes, and you will be seeing some on this route after Shifnal. And so anyway, here we go, we're now en route now. So as you know, this takes a different route to Shifnal compared to the 14s and the 891 and also the X14, but sadly the X14 is being withdrawn, because also between Telford and Shifnal, it's actually shared with the same corridor. So was there two independents competing with each other and also competing with Arriva. So we're now in Horton Village. So this is Horton Village. So we're on a special road called the National Cycle Route 81. So we're now turned off and we're now coming onto Horton Lane. So this is a shortcut, a separate route to get to Shifnal rather than going down the Prisley Road. So the Prisley Road is more of the direct route to Bridgnorth, to Shifnal. But we will be coming to do that in the not too distant future, but this is possibly going to be after this terrible crisis that we all had to face for some time now. So this is why I'm having to do it virtual rather than doing it in the flesh. So anyway, here we are at Shifnal. There's Shifnal train station. It's served by one train operator, West Midlands Railway, formerly London Midland. So we've just gone past the popular Jasper's Bar at Shifnal, and we're now going to turn left now. So it does a bit of a triangular loop around Shifnal, like going through Shifnal High Street. So we're now at the roundabout. So we're now going to turn this away, and we're now heading up the A4169. So this run goes really fast. So this is a bit of a similar feel to Eggill Lane, which is on the 202 from Halesome to Bromsgrove. So we are carrying on our journey. So the A4169, this takes, so we're now over at the manor now. So we're coming to, and then the next point we're coming to the Hem. So the hem is just approaching us. So we're now coming over to the hem. And you'll probably guess where we're heading for. Next thing, it's one of my favourite places on the entire 114 route, not only in the whole of Shropshire. And you're going to guess this any minute now. So, as you know, the last time I did the 114 was back in October 2019. But however, we might do a full 114 when this COVID has lifted. So we're now coming to the junction now. So we're coming to a junction called Mason's Junction, which I call it because there's a sign called Mason's. So we're now going to be arriving. So this is the B4379. So we're now going to be turning. So the Mason's Arms. So we're now turning down the Hall Lane. And we're coming into a small hamlet called Kemberton. Now, here we are now in Kemberton. Now, here we are. Now we have to go really carefully if we do this in the flesh. But luckily, we're from the comfort, from the studios here at Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. So this is why we're working in the studio, due to this Omicron going on. But however, just don't worry about that. Just enjoy the scenery as you would do if we didn't have it with us. So as you probably know, the lanes on this route is extremely very tight. So we got to be careful down here, because as you know, there are a lot of cars that come up and down and they come towards, and it does cause a lot of delays. But this is a really lovely scenic route, this is. So the buses you would see that would come down here are only little buses. So you would take like maybe a little Dennis Start or maybe an Optess Solo. You're not sure if you'd take a longer wheelbase Solo down here, because it'll be awful. Even like if you take a Decker down here, because the trees are too close to the road, as you can tell. They're not high enough to get the double deckers down, so you won't see any double deckers. So anyway, here's a farm barn there, so you won't be able to see double deckers. You won't even take a B7, or so it'd be like an E200, a little Dennis Start and an Optess Solo, or probably you might potentially see a Mella come down here maybe. But however, Riva don't have Mellas on this area, but they do up in Crewe area. So anyway, we're now going down the Grindle Road, so we're now coming towards Grindle next. So Grindle's our next location. So this route is a bit of a scenic version to Bridgnorth. Tomorrow we'll be showing the virtual 113 next. So the 113 will be tomorrow, and we will be doing a virtual 6 due to the fact of the Omicron variant. So we're going straight on to Brighton and Beckbury. So this does have some mixed character, this route does, the 114. So we're now in Grindle. Now this is a bit of a little similar feel to maybe the 15, which is the Kidderminster to Stourport service operated by Diamond, previously Aston's and Coniston. So we're now turning left. So we're going through the lovely countryside. So we're now going to go down a dip. Now, as you probably know, this map is, Google Maps is actually sending us back the way we came down this route. But I don't think this is accurate in in normality. But when we do this in the flesh, we'll try and see if it's the same route. So we're now on the Brighton Road. So we're now heading to Brighton now. I'm not 100% sure if it goes this way in real life. But I'll assess that when I do the real version of the 114 in 2022. So I'll check to see if it goes the right route. Otherwise, it might have been just the one heading from Bridgnorth to Telford. So we're now heading towards Beckbury. So we're now approaching Beckbury. So as you know, you also got the 116, which I'm going to show you on Saturday, and also the 115. So we're now in Beckbury. So this is the Badger Lane. So we're going to be heading to Badger next. There's loads of different little villages to see on this route. Little hamlets. This is a bit like an old South Staffordshire, because before you had loads of routes in the South Staffs region, but you don't anymore. You only have the routes like the 242 and the 580 along with the 877, 878. It's a shame. So anyway, we've just gone under the power lines, the pylons on the Badger. Sorry about that, guys. We just lost the signal. Well, because like my memory ran out. But don't worry, we are possibly going to make it better when we do the 116 route, because as you know, the 116 also follows the same route as the 114, except that doesn't go into Telford. That goes to Western Heath, which is a Saturday only service, and that is really weird. A 116 only to go from Bridgnorth to Western Heath, but basically. So anyway, we are now in Badger. So this is Badger, named after a famous animal called Badger. So then, we're just now going through these tight areas of Badger, and we should be leading to somewhere at any moment. So these lanes are slightly tight. So we will get somewhere at the other end of this road. And you might recognise where we will be at the end of this road. So as we've crossed this bridge. So we're now in Stableford, if you know Stableford. So this is Stableford. And as we got to Stableford, we're now on the Rabbit Run. Well, half the Rabbit Run. So we're now on half the Rabbit Run. So now, what we got to do is do a circular. So now we're going to do a circular now, which basically goes round a smaller hamlet, another small hamlet called Ackleton. So we're now going to head to Ackleton now. First, we've got to go up half the Rabbit Run on the B4176. And then we're going to do a left. And over there is the Folly. No buses go that way. And also that leads to Worsley. So it's only cars only that go that way. So we're now on the Folly Road. And we're now coming into Ackleton. So this is a little loop that goes round Ackleton. So this is Ackleton. So we're now in Ackleton. So the journey is 1 hour and 5 minutes on the 114. We'll be doing the 113 tomorrow. And the 113 is not as bad as the 114 because that's more of a direct route to Bridgnorth. Almost the same frequency as the 8, except that runs half an hour faster. However, the 8 is also half an hour faster, but however, that takes almost an hour. So it's best if you went on the one that takes half an hour, and that's the 113, if you want to get into Bridgnorth fast and frequent. So we're now on Telford Road. So this is Stableford Road. So we're now gone back on ourselves. So we're now going back on ourselves. We're not heading back to Telford now. We're going to head towards Bridgnorth. So anyway, we haven't got that long to go. So we're going to go up a small narrow lane that's going to go all the way up. So this is going to take us somewhere where we'll join up onto an actual journey. So we're now on in the middle of nowhere, so there's no place to be seen. So what we're going to do is carry on straight. This is a bit of an awkward run, but this will take us onto the other side of the road. And once we get down the lane, we'll get to the other side of Ackleton. So what we've done Ackleton, we've done Beckbury, we've done Badger, we've done Kemberton, and we've done Grindle and Wrighton. We're now going to go down this little lane. So we haven't got far to go. So once we get on the other side, we'll come to somewhere, and you might be familiar with this. So anyway, here's another farm barn right there, and there's some sheep. So we're now coming somewhere. So we're now in Warfield. Most people say it's Worfield, but it's Warfield. So we're now going to be arriving into Warfield. And now we'll be joining up onto the number 9 route, which comes from Wolverhampton and runs from Wolverhampton to Bridgnorth. Previously, used to run Wolverhampton to Telford and ran every 2 hours. And it was a 2-hour journey between Wolverhampton and Telford via Bridgnorth. But however, they shortened it due to operational problems. So anyway, we're now arriving at Wicken. So this is Wicken now, which is on the other side of Warfield. And we just come out by the wheel in at Warfield, Wicken. So let's start the number 9 into Bridgnorth. And I'll see you when we go down the sliding bit. Okay then, we're now approaching Bridgnorth, so we're just going to go down the slidey bit. The reason why it's called the slidey bit because due to the fact we're on an edge, so we're going to go down this really sharp curve. So here we are in Bridgnorth. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Look after yourselves. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas. Keep well. And keep tuning in to this YouTube channel, Just Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. Until then, bye for now.